The recent gun bill that was signed into law by the president on June 25th has a peculiar aspect of it that could turn you into a felon pretty quickly without you really knowing why. And the aspect of that is the profiting piece. It was written that you can't sell any firearms at a profit without being an FFL. In other words, no more private sales, none of those kind of things if you are earning a profit. Now, what is the profit? Well, the way that it is worded can be interpreted in two different ways. And even attorneys are really kind of struggling with this. Could be one of two different things. Either it could be that profit means money, meaning you sell a gun and you sell it for money. Now you are a felon if you don't have an FFL, whereas in other interpretations would be you actually bought it for like $100 and you sold it for $101. You made a profit. Now, obviously, there's a giant interpretation piece in there, and therein lies the problem. Well, what is a profit? Like, what is it that I could do? So, I guess what it comes down to, unless you can prove that you lost money on that gun, you're going to be a felon if you sell it without an FFL, or you don't sell it through an FFL, meaning you don't, like you could buy a gun for $100 and sell it for $1 million as long as you take it to that FFL and then they do the processing for you. Which in the end is really just a means of trying to keep track of everybody's gun, a pseudo registry, because all those records, of course, stay there forever. So, again, the problem with this, you can't go and sell your guns anymore, because I believe if you sell it for money, you're really risking being accused by the ATF as being a felon. If you sell it for any sort of profit, you bought it for $100 and you sold it for $101. At the very least, there you are. Now you are a felon. So what is profit? There is kind of the biggest piece of this. And the ATF, as we've seen, they'll interpret things how they want to interpret them. And that'll change often too. It'll be interpreted one way, and then a few months later it's interpreted a totally different way. We've seen the ATF do this time and time and time again. So this is going to be it's a very gray area. You sell a gun for profit, you're a felon if you don't have an FFL. What does that mean? Well, sell a gun for money. Are you a felon? Well, at the very least, you sell a gun and you made any money at all on it. You profited. Now that is where you now become a felon. So I make this video really as a warning. My recommendation is, until there can be some clarity on this, right now it is the law. Right now this is the law as of June 25th, 2022. So be careful. My recommendation, go to an FFL. Just do it through an FFL. I know there's a lot of people saying, well, you can't make me do that, and they can't, it's my right. And I hear you. I hear you. I'm just telling you, if you make any money or you sell it for money, I think you're risking the ATF accusing you of a felony. Just be cautious. Make sure you understand that wording. I'll also put a link below to the wording on that. That way you could check it out for yourself. But as a general rule, sell a gun for profit, not an FFL. That makes you a felon according to the ATF and the new law. Any insight on that, love to hear it. Put it in the comments below. If you like this video, click like and subscribe. If you feel called to support this channel with Patreon, that link is also below. But the most important part of this channel is we take prayer requests, so please don't ever hesitate to send that in. Thank you for watching this episode of God, Family, and Guns, and as always, love God, love your family, and love guts.